rather serious conversation to have right now. It has to deal with the flu, which so many people are suffering from right now, and the flu shot, which so many people have taken and so many people are against. Jill Promoli McGee is the mother of twins. Sadly, 2 years ago, Jude passed away. Tell us a little bit about the circumstances surrounding the loss of Jude.
So it's one of those things that when it happened, we didn't understand it when it happened. The day that Jude died, it was May 6th, 2016. And he woke up that morning with a low-grade fever and no other symptoms. You would never look at this child and think that he was seriously ill. We dealt with the fever with, a dose of children's Tylenol. He was fine. He was running around. He was giggling. He was happy. And he went down for his afternoon nap with Thomas, as they did every day. And he never woke up again. That was it. And so for the first 4 months, his death went unexplained while we waited for the results of the pathology to come in. And they finally were able to determine that he died from influenza B.
So you've been such an advocate.
Yes.
Yesterday you sent out a tweet because it's so bittersweet for you. There you are celebrating the twin Thomas's birthday.
We should
while
mention
commemorating
that his birthday would have been just
yesterday.
His fourth birthday.
Yeah.
And then it got retweeted by our Prime Minister.
It did. Yeah.
Had Jude gotten a flu shot?
He did, yes.
He did.
So he'd been vaccinated about 6 months before this happened. It was in December of 2015. And that's one of the things that's so tricky about this story. We think, okay, well, we get the flu shot and we're fine and we don't have to worry about the other things. And the truth is that, no vaccine is perfect. We know that some people are going to be protected and some people are still going to get sick after. And that's one of the conversations we're having this year with the H3N2 component. So many people are sick with H3N2, which is an A strain of influenza. And one of the reasons is because it's not an ideal match year for that particular strain. But there are people who are protected, who aren't going to get sick. And they find that most people who do get the flu after having had a vaccine tend to have a much less severe case of it. So there are advantages, even if you're not going to have full protection. It might be enough to keep you from being in the hospital or even worse.
We get so much conflicting information about this. A lot of people who say, well, I had someone who had been inoculated against the flus, as Jude had done. So people are surprised you're actually an advocate for the flu shot.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, and people are surprised about that, but there's a tiny bit of peace that I get from knowing that we did do everything we could have to protect him. If he hadn't had that flu shot, he still would have had the flu, and we still would have lost him. But I would never sleep again. I would just be haunted by the fact that what if I had done one more thing to protect him? And unfortunately, it didn't work for him, and we're in that small minority of pediatric deaths that are in children who had been vaccinated. But it didn't work for him, but it worked for a lot of other people.
So let us hope you get the word out, aside from doing this on social media, which is really where things do have legs these days. How do people get involved?
What we're really hoping that people will do is, learn a little bit more about flu prevention. First of all, the flu shot is our best first defense. And then after that, stay home if you're sick. Keep your kids out of school for at least 24 hours after they are symptom-free from something that's flu-like. Wash your hands frequently, avoid touching your face, and clean frequently touched surfaces. Oh, and cover your coughs and sneezes. That's a big one. So, yes, exactly. So we're asking people to learn these things, but also to talk about it more and to be active in taking these extra steps, because these small actions can actually be the difference between someone being here next year or not.
Thank you for finding the strength.
Jude has an incredibly brave mom. But, for you to do this, unbelievable. And thank you for doing that. Who knows how many children you might be helping to save?
Children and adults. We don't know whose lives might be saved.
Go to forjudeforeveryone.com. Also #ForJudeForEveryone. And happy birthday in our hearts to Jude.
Thank you.
And to Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.